We need to talk about this. Talk about this.
All right, now, here's your host of the Georgio Says podcast. It's Georgio.
We need to talk about this.
All right, my friends, welcome to an all-new episode of Georgio Says the podcast. It is Wednesday, August 20th. Look, I've been on one lately. I already talked about it a little bit yesterday on the episode. Yes, I am sassier than ever, but I have good reason to be. I really, look, I know a lot of my content this week is around what's happening in Orange County, but to be fair, though, there is a lot going on, and I just made a video because I heard through a couple of my sources that we will be getting one of the bloggers on an episode of Real Housewives of Orange County. I don't know what you guys are going to think about that. I know there's a lot of mixed kind of opinions around storyline involving people like me or, you know, anybody really. And in fact, I actually, even though last season when I was featured for one of my videos that I did on Ryan, even though most of the response was overwhelmingly positive, meaning like a lot of you guys were in support of me and were happy for me, there was still a bunch of people that were angry that that was kind of the cornerstone of where maybe Tamra got her storyline or what she came up with in terms of saying what she said about Ryan. But the truth of the matter is, and believe this or not, I made that original video way before they filmed last season. In fact, I made that video right when I came back from BravoCon because of the things that were happening at BravoCon surrounding Jen and Ryan. So that's kind of how that came about. That video organically kind of made its way through because it got shared, obviously. So yes, it did come up. I was very grateful to the production company and Bravo for featuring my video, giving me credit, and not blurring out my name. So yes, I do think there's different layers to how someone like me or Kiki or anybody that talks about this type of content gets etched into a show like this, because again, it's one thing, like for me, it's one thing if we are referenced because that is where maybe a piece of information came from. But when it starts to get into like, I don't know necessarily, like if I got etched into a storyline like Kiki did, I probably would be more open to filming a scene if it meant that more of the context would come with it. Now, again, this is a show. There is already a narrative. There's already storylines in place. So I don't know how much of that is going to shift based on what Kiki says or doesn't say. Again, this isn't confirmed, you guys, but I've never been let down by my sources around these things. So I have a very strong feeling that within the next couple of episodes, we will see her pop up. Now, what I don't really understand still is even if we got to the bottom of what it was, let's just say Kiki comes on, because I have a feeling she's going to side with everyone except Katie. That's my feeling. And the only reason why I feel that way is because she was on her podcast or her radio show, I believe, and she was, or maybe she was on Sheena's podcast, maybe, I'm not sure. But she basically called Katie a pathological liar. So that already lets me know that, you know, she's going to basically say Katie did tell her that information, which, okay. Like, if that's the big to do here is if she said it or not, I guess my bigger issue around it is if she didn't say it, then why lie and say you didn't say it if you did say it? Because here's my thing. If you're going to be accountable for stuff, be accountable 100%. Right? So I think what we're going to see here is this is going to be a situation where they try to ice Katie out. And do I think that that's the best move? No, because when you do that, then you've got to start over with bringing on someone new and get them acquainted with the rest of the cast. No, I think Katie is good. She's going to be good on this show. And I think that the other women are going to have to get over it. Okay? Because let's keep it all the way 100. When Shannon came on the show, she was a fucking basket case mess. Okay? A mess. She was annoying people left and right. She's still here. And funny enough, the tables turn to a point where I don't get this, but she gets a pass for everything she does. Like her fans, her stans, as I call them, they would swallow whole lemons for her. Like they would, it doesn't matter. She could drive into a house, she could drive into a school, she could drive in. It doesn't matter. Like she's been through so much. It's like, yes, I know she's been going through so much since she came on this fucking show 13 years ago. So my question is, are we ever going to see Shannon when she's just happy in her life? I'm not saying she's not going to have conflicts with the other women, but it just feels like it's like womp womp every time she comes on the screen. And then to make it even worse, she's now going after Katie like over this recording thing. You guys are really hung up on the weird behavior of her recording Shannon, but you forget that they weren't at a local grocery store. This was at a photo shoot for a reality show. That Shannon was being disruptive, okay? Not everybody needs to be involved in your drama all the time. So if you wanted that type of privacy, I will say this until the cows come home. Go outside or go into a vehicle. Go somewhere where no one's really going to be paying you any attention. But you standing in a room that you're sharing with another cast member, that's like me getting into a big blowout fight on my phone, on speakerphone in front of my coworker, and then get mad at my coworker for recording it to go show my boss how disruptive I am during work hours. Like that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. But yes, I do think that unfortunately Katie is not going to have a great season. She's not having one so far, but because they started in on this so early, I know that the way it's looking is someone's trying to push her off the show. I'm not sure who. I don't think it's production, but I do think that the women have kind of band together to try to like make her odd man out so that she won't return. I think she should do the opposite. I think she should stay, if anything, just to irritate everyone. Because if we have to keep watching Jen's stupid fucking storyline, okay, which is nothing, which is Tamra. Tamra is Jen's storyline. Where's her yoga studio? When was the last time she taught a class? Does she still have her yoga studio? Like, I hate going here, guys, but like, I'm tired of it. You guys want to shit on Tamra. I'm not putting Tamra on a pedestal, but she is doing her fucking job. Do you guys want it to go back to when she wasn't on the show? Because I distinctly remember even the people that despised Tamra were like, I'll take Tamra over this bullshit. And funny enough, no one talks about those seasons when Tamra wasn't on. We barely talk about the season when Heather returned because that was also a big flop. Which is why the next season, literally, they picked up the phone and basically was like, Tamra, what do you want? We need you to come back. So what do you guys want? You know, like she's a pro. She knows how to move stuff around. She's not going to show up at a scene and waste everyone's fucking time. Get to it. That's what we want. That's what I want. I'm not asking for fights from the minute to the end of an episode, but for goodness sakes, I'm surely not interested in everyone kumbayaing and going shopping and holding hands every episode either. I understand there needs to be a balance, but at the same time, you guys shoot the wrong people. You got to learn to watch people like what their character is on this specific show. It's a glimpse. It's an exaggerated version of what a real life situation would be. That's how I look at it. And I learned that when I was watching The Hills, when I was watching The City. And then years later, you'd watch these interviews and you'd hear all the cast members discuss how they were doing that show. None of them knew what the storyline was. None of them. Isn't that crazy? So all those weird pause stares that we saw in The Hills, that was just normal, regular people not having an agenda, not doing all this digging up on people's past, not going to bloggers. You know, there wasn't all these things around. So producers really had a heavy hand in how to shape the story. Again, this was MTV, so it's a different animal when you talk about reality television. It's not the same as The Housewives or any type of Bravo show. They are produced differently. But I think at the same time, it is up to these big players like Tamra. These checks don't come easy. You're not getting these big checks to come sit and have lunch and kumbaya. No, what are you going to do? What's going on? So if everyone thinks that she's got all these secrets locked away for the right time, good. You want to come onto this show. You're not safe. No one is. If I went on a reality show, I'm not going to turn around and whine because people went and found out something that maybe I wasn't willing to put on Front Street. But that's the gamble. If you don't want that to happen, then don't go on the show. But I will also say this. There's a lot of laziness that comes with people's tenure on these shows. Okay. I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but Shannon is one of them. It's the same loop-de-loop-de lie of the same old victimhood, the same old crying, the same old whining. It's always the same. But yet she's fine to coast season to season, except for last season. She actually had to deal with some stuff, but did she? She got a great edit. I feel like Tamra took the hit for trying to hold her accountable. So yeah, we're not going to give passes to certain people and then let other people slide when they're also doing bullshit ass behavior. Trying to think if I have anything else to say about this matter because I'm just anticipating the new episode tomorrow. You know, who knows what's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to, I think we're still in New Orleans this week. So we'll see. I'm not sure if Kiki will show up this episode or next week, but I do have a strong feeling she will absolutely be showing up. And it's not going to be that much of a reveal. Like I said, Kiki's kind of given some like clues, if you will, by calling Katie a pathological liar. So I kind of already feel like I know where this is going. But do I think that's going to be enough? No. My question has never been whether or not Katie said something to a blogger or if she's talked to a blogger. Let's be crystal fucking clear. Everyone has talked to a blogger. Everyone. Everyone. Even now, I know tons of creators that have close relationships with different Bravo Lebs. And I'm not saying that that close relationship means that they're always going to get good coverage. No. Like for me, I'm very friendly. I'm not going to call anyone my friends because that to me is ridiculous. They're not my friends, right? But I am very friendly with a lot of the Bravo Lebs. Now, I don't do the game of fandom where I pick one housewife and is my ride or die and she can never do no wrong. Absolutely not. If I don't like a situation, if I don't like something that has happened, I absolutely say it. I absolutely call it out. But what I'm not going to do is just keep shitting on one cast member because that's what gets people the views. Like if I made videos every day about Tamra and how crazy and she did this and she's toxic and da 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 da, I'm sure my views would be much more than what they are because I see the numbers when people are talking smack. I see the accounts out here, like the one account I brought up the other day. This person, I don't know why they rub me wrong. Maybe I need to figure out what that is about me because generally when you're irritated with someone, it's generally something to do with you more so than it is with the other person. However, okay, she's being a little cocky. I just gave away the pronoun, but they're being very cocky, in my opinion, and have always been leaning on the cocky side. They're not kind. They're not nice. They're not personable. I know this because I was around said content creator. And they're just very like as if they have been on top since the beginning of the game. So they're trying to school their audience on Katie reaching out to them and they had a relationship with Katie. You and every other fucking blogger, you didn't have a relationship with Katie. She was probably nice to you. But if you're not going to show the receipts that you're saying that she told you the same thing, then I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And I don't care if you keep saying, well, I don't have to. No, you don't have to do anything, but then you don't have to open your fucking mouth and say shit like that if you're not going to back it up with something legitimate. Okay? Cut the shit out. Some of you content creators out here are just rereading articles, don't have any Scooby-Doo clue of what you're even talking about. You're just repeating words that someone else wrote and then saying, let me know what your thoughts are. Like, you don't even have any fucking thoughts on it. Anyways, see, I'm telling you guys, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not even angry. I promise you, I'm not even angry. I just get sick of the hypocrisy. I just get sick of it. Stop it. Get over yourself. Oh my God. Side note, because we're going to jump into some Beverly Hills news. It's Wednesday. We're going to keep it light. First of all, Bravo, what is fucking going on with the schedule? Okay. I look at the Bravo calendar this morning and it's like they're telling everyone to just rewatch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City from season 1 every day except for Thursdays. Are you fucking kidding me? No. I watched them. I don't need to catch up. Who is this calendar for? I mean, honestly. I don't want to watch King's Court. Okay, you guys, I don't like those shows. I'm sorry. I almost started to watch Love Hotel, but I just find those shows to be so produced and so phony and fake, which is why they're not that popular. Okay. Give me a break. Everyone's like, I love Club Hotel. So good. Like, okay, great. Then go recap it on your fucking page. I don't care. I don't need to see a competition show about fake love. Anyways, I wanted to sidetrack for a second because I saw a TikTok today and it was I can't think of the guy's name. He's really, really fucking witty and he's so dry, but so bitchy in a good way. But basically his whole shtick is he calls people out or he confronts people that are doing like dumb shit in public, saying dumb shit, acting weird, whatever. Today he posted a video and I was actually in Los Angeles in April and I don't remember where I was. I went somewhere to get a coffee or something. And I did notice that there was a group of girls that were just sitting and eating or just whatever. And the waiter did come over and I did overhear one of the girls being like, oh, do you guys do anything for influencers? Like, basically they were asking, hey, can you comp my shit? Because I'm an influencer, whatever that fucking means in this day and age. And at first I was like, wow, it's like so bold now. Like people are just so bold to be like, hey, I have 5 followers. Can I have this biscuit for free? No, bitch, pay for your fucking biscuit and then contact the marketing and PR group and see if you can get on their list for events. Okay, that's what you do. You don't go begging. The waiter doesn't give a shit if you're an influencer, by the way. They're not like, oh my goodness, we have an influencer here that has 5,000 followers. We better comp her bill. No. Anyway, so this guy was basically like, he was at a restaurant eating, and these 2 girls basically did something similar. They were like, hey, can you comp my meal because or she said, can you comp my meal and I'll post about your restaurant?
This episode of the Georgio Says podcast is brought to you by Golly Nutrition, the inventive, people-focused nutrition company making your daily supplements simple and delicious. Every Golly product is crafted with high-quality ingredients you can pronounce and flavors your taste buds will love. At the heart of Golly is purpose. Through the Golly for Good initiative, they support our planet and our communities, partnering with Vitamin Angels and Eden Reforestation Projects. Visit golly.com today and use the code TheGeorgioSays at checkout for a special discount just for our listeners. That's Golly Nutrition. Simple, delicious, and good for the world. Now back to the episode.
And the waiter was kind of like, oh, wow, that's not what we do here. So then the manager of the restaurant comes out and basically is like, very professional about it. Like, look, we don't do partnerships in this manner, but what you can do is get with our PR department. We'll put you on our events list and absolutely keep you on tabs. That wasn't good enough. So then she proceeds to say, well, can I get 50% off? And they're like, again, no, that's not how we do collaborations or partnerships. We can add you to the PR list. So then, because she didn't get her meal comped or the 50% off discount, simply because she was an influencer with, I don't know, I think he said she had 17,000 Instagram followers, which is a lot. Okay, it is a lot. But it's not enough to get a meal comped, in my opinion. I'm so sorry. We're going to need to do some more investigation because let's be honest, there's a lot of y'all out there that fluff your numbers. So just because it says that doesn't mean your engagement and everything. No one, if you don't even post about your food and your restaurant experiences, like what are you influencing? Are you a food influencer? Are you just a lifestyle influencer? Like, why do people care? And why should I give you this meal for free? So this guy then proceeds to then tell the manager, hi, I have 1.4 million followers on TikTok. I would like to pay for my meal and be on your PR list. And so that's kind of his shtick. Like basically he was shitting on that girl and being like, you're sitting in here acting bigger than thou because you have 17,000 Instagram followers and you think people are supposed to comp your meal. It's this entitlement that comes with personalities that think they've got some little following that garners them free shit everywhere they go. Listen, if I'm going to be crystal fucking clear with you, I would never, ever, 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 ever ask for something for free because I have a following. That is the most dumb fucking shit ever. It just doesn't make sense. And to me, if you are asking for something for free, then you're already a bullshit artist. You're already a bullshit artist because why are you asking for something for free? Why are you asking the waiter to comp your meal as if that's going to benefit them? No, it's not. Are you going to tip the waiter? Were you going to tip the waiter at the very least? If they did come back and say, we'll comp your meal, were you just going to get up and fucking leave and hit post? It's like trashy. It's getting very trashy out here. And I hate to say it, but some of the content creators lately that are coming up, you guys need to get a grip. You need to get a grip because collectively, and I'm not doing this to like throw it in anyone's face because I don't care, but like you're demanding a comped meal at 17,000 Instagram followers. So then I should be going into the grocery store and asking for my whole basket of food to be comped. And I'll post about your grocery store because I have 60,000 Instagram followers and I have almost 145,000 on TikTok. So can I have my groceries for free? And I'll post about your little grocery store. No, go fuck off. Stop asking for free shit. Are you guys feeling what I'm putting down though? Does that not irritate the shit out of you? Like, I hate entitled people. I hate it. Who do you think you are? Like, it's the Greek mom in me. My mom kept me humble. When I tell you humble, the minute she thought I was flying off the seat of my pants, she would yank me back down to earth and still does to this day. Okay? And I'm glad because I don't want to be an asshole out here demanding things for free because I have 17 followers on fucking Instagram. Give me a break. All right. I am like, I've got to get this. I've gotten that off my chest. I think I'm going to make this a daily thing. I hope you guys don't mind. I feel like a lot better when I get some shit off my chest. But we do need to talk about what's going on in Beverly Hills because Beverly Hills, I told you guys a couple episodes ago, I have a feeling this season of Beverly Hills is going to be fantastic. And not only because Rachel Zoe is back, but we're also getting Denise, who I hear could be working her way into a friend of role with all this marital drama she's dealing with. But I also heard behind the scenes that Rachel Zoe was pissed that Denise was back because she was really hoping that her divorce storyline was going to be the major arc of the season. And Denise Richards popping in and having her marital drama being much worse. Yeah, I kind of believe it. But it looks like, and I want to give credit. So shout out to Bravo and Cocktails. Our friends over at Bravo and Cocktails always keep us fed. They are constantly getting the information right. So I have to share this with you. So it seems that we're coming to the end of filming the season for Beverly Hills. So it looks like whoever the sources are for Bravo and Cocktails seem to have a good roundup of what's going to play out this season between all the women. So let's start with Rachel Zoe, okay? So it says Rachel Zoe will have a big presence this season, which I'm not shocked by. She says she's stepping right into the drama with strong opinions. Again, not shocked because that's who she is. And her separation divorce storyline is a major focus. No shocker there because once she announced that she was officially joining, we already knew she was in the process of divorce. So the next one is Amanda Francis. This is the one that everyone thought was the other friend of Kyle's, but it looks like this is the one. Amanda Francis brings chaotic wild card energy producers have been craving. Has gone head to head with both Dorit and Sutton. So that'll be interesting. So it sounds like Amanda's kind of another layer of Sutton kookiness. She seems to be a wild card, but a good one. Like I said, we got Denise Richards. She is filming often. And obviously it's surrounding her divorce storyline with all the DV accusations and such. Dorit and Bose, they did go through a rough patch, but are in a good place now. It says Dorit and Sutton's relationship does continue to be a roller coaster, though. Erica Jane, we will be seeing a lot more around the Tom Girardi sentencing. And if you guys have been living under a rock, then you didn't realize that Erica Jane is dating Heidi and Spencer Pratt's bodyguard. Yes. So this is going to be good. And I've heard good things. I think he's a good fit. I've said this before when I heard the rumor. I think he's a good fit for someone like Erica at this stage of life. She needs like a real, like a man's man, you know? I mean, we all need a man's man sometimes, right, ladies? No, I just mean like he doesn't seem like he's going to flinch at much. Like he's seen some shit.
This episode of the Georgio Says podcast is brought to you by Pop Pop and Ya-Ya's Smoky Pet Treats, where every bag has a story, and every bite is made with love. Each Pop Pop and Ya-Ya's Smoky Pet Treat is 100% natural, gently smoked to perfection, and made with just one ingredient, either chicken or beef. Your pets won't say no. No preservatives, no additives, just pure, savory flavor your dogs will love. Perfect for snacking, training, or even crumbling over their meals for an extra tail-wagging treat. Visit ppyytreats.com today to shop their smoky chicken breast strips and smoky beef strips and tell them Georgio sent you. Now let's get back to the episode.
So if I were Erica Jane, I would be going after a war veteran too, who's a bodyguard to a pop star and her husband. Like, I don't think I could just be with a banker. You know, like they still would flinch. Like they haven't seen enough. They've seen numbers on screen. They've seen money printed. Whatever, you haven't seen anything. So I don't know, you know, but this man, he's seen some shit. So whatever Erica's doing is not going to make him flinch. In fact, that's the type of man I think should be with Erica. Someone that's going to protect her, worship her, respect her, let her have her own space to be who she is and still show up. So I am excited for that. And I didn't know about this one, but Adrienne Maloof has also been filming with Bose and the other ladies. And it seems that they're doing this to ease her back into the spotlight ahead of Adrienne's son, who has, I guess, been filming for Next Gen LA. So all in all, guys, I think we're in for a good season. Seems like there's a lot happening. But I do think that Rachel Zoe is going to Rachel Zoe the fuck out of the season. So I'm praying that we don't get a flop, okay? I was a little hesitant when they said Rachel Zoe was joining because although I know she is iconic in the way that she is and how opinionated she is, I also was weary because when she was on the Rachel Zoe project, she was an executive producer. So it was a little bit different of a show. She's on Real Housewives, so it either is going to be much better because she has no producer credit and she can't say what her edit can be, or it's gonna flop. I'm leaning towards iconic. Don't let us down, Rachel. Don't let us down. Okay. And if you don't know who Rachel Zoe is, then you're not a millennial. You're probably a Gen Z, or you're a millennial who was very, very sheltered from anything pop culture, because Rachel Zoe was in the mix for all the it girls in the early 2000s. She was dressing all of the pop girlies, the Paris Hiltons, the Nicole Richies. There was even the whole like phase where all the girls were looking sickly skinny and they all blamed Rachel Zoe because she was their stylist. Like, I could make a whole episode on that. But nonetheless, we need to speed up when franchises are coming out. We don't have enough in the books, Bravo. So we need to speed this up and start, like, we shouldn't be waiting then until September 16th to start watching Salt Lake City if we have nothing on 4 out of the 5 days a week now. We don't have anything on Sunday. We don't have anything on Tuesday. You took Miami off Wednesdays because you want to fuck us. Anyways, all new episode of Orange County airs tomorrow night, as well as an all new episode of Miami. Last week, we got lucky with Miami, though, because they gave us 2 episodes in 1 week. I really love when you guys fucking do that. But I wish they would have left it on Wednesday nights. I don't need 2 housewife shows on in one night, okay? It makes my head combust. Especially when it's Orange County and Miami with everything that's happening on both those. It's like, can I get like a balance at least? Can I have one night here, one night there? Nonetheless, I will be watching. As I mentioned earlier, I want to quickly give everybody some tips and tricks because I'm getting still a lot of questions around how am I able to watch Real Housewives of London from the USA. And so I'm going to make this really easy for everyone. Go and get a VPN, okay? You don't have to use NordVPN. That's the company I use. I trust them. Great reviews, great pricing, very reliable. Never had an issue, knock on wood, with them. Get yourself a VPN, okay? You're going to do that first. Sign up for the VPN, get yourself situated, okay? Once you're situated in your VPN, then you're going to connect your IP to an IP address in the UK. So you'll see a list of countries, type in UK, you'll pick that. It'll link you to an IP address that will put your computer in London or the UK. Now, Once the IP is locked in this other region, the UK, then you go to your browser, you type in Hey You. That is the streaming platform the Real Housewives of London streams on. It's very much like Peacock. You sign up for your Hey You. Yes, you have to sign up and pay for a subscription. So unless some of you guys know of a place where it's free, I am not aware of that. So yes, you will have to sign up for yet another subscription. I know. However, what I will say is if you're not 100% certain you're going to stay watching the show and you don't want to spend money up front, you'll still have to spend a little money up front for the VPN. But VPNs are very good to have because when you travel, you can watch all your shows from wherever you are and never miss out on anything. It's also beneficial for other things, but I only talk about TV shows. So that's all I care about my VPN for. But anyways, Hey You has a 7-day free trial. So you could at least just watch the premiere episode without having to pay for the subscription on the Hey You. And then if you don't like it, then okay, you killed 1 month of VPN service that you can then cancel if you're not going to use for anything else. And that, my friends, is how you watch any international show or movie. And this works for any platform too. Like Netflix has certain content that's not available in the US. So sometimes you can sign in and just pop around to different countries and see what they got going on. It's kind of fun. It's like traveling, but through your TV or your computer. I am currently working on something. It's driving me nuts. I know I keep saying the merch collection is almost done. It is, but there's one particular item that I've been dying to create and I'm almost there. I'm in the design process. It's not something you're thinking, probably. I'm pretty sure a lot of you will be shocked. I haven't seen anything like this out there. It's very niche. Okay, it's Housewives related, but it's a product that you guys wouldn't think would be considered merch. So stay tuned for that. It is giving me a little bit of a pain in my ass. I'll be honest. The flow of the designs are not meshing for me right now. So I'm still in the process of figuring that out. But I am going to be shout out to Kempire. Kempire will be in DC this Friday, and he'll be doing his live show, Empire After Dark. And I will be going to that. So if you guys are in the DMV area and you're also going to the Kempire After Dark show here in DC, let me know. Let's meet up. Let's chat. I met so many of you at the last show he had here. So it's always great to see you guys. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been happening. That's the episode. I don't want to take up too much of your time because, again, Bravo's TV show schedule now is only on Thursdays. So, but the good thing is there's a plethora of other things that I need to constantly get off my chest. So good news for you is this podcast is officially 5 days a week. I may be adding a weekend episode. I'm not fully sure yet. I have been going back and forth on this. I had taken time off the podcast, trying to figure this out, got back on track. We are rocking and rolling. Okay. So stay tuned for more, but I'll leave you guys with that. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Wednesday. It is hump day. It's hump day. And until the next episode, guys, I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.
We need to talk about this. Talk about this.
Thanks for listening. Make sure to leave a 5-star review wherever you listen to your podcast.
We need to talk about this.